Welcome back, guys, to yet another brand new video. Today we're going to be going through the 2021 spring season animes, see what I'm feeling, what I'm not. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, we're here right now on my anime list seasonal anime page. So starting off, we do have Boku no Hero Academia 5th season. I have been keeping up with the manga, and it's definitely something that I enjoyed. Really good. It's definitely getting to a point where, oh, there's actually a lot of more conflicts and then resolution to the end. NANI? So I'm definitely watching that. So next up, we do have Ijide Naide Nakatoro-san. This basically is like a kohai who is bullying her senpai, and then you also get all these like different styles of I would say minutely sexual harassments, if you will, but it is quote unquote wholesome and it's very cute in a way, and I think that it is something that I will enjoy, especially given the fact that I already read the manga, and I think that it is something that's really funny. So next up, we do have Isekai Mao Toshokan Shoujo no Dore Majutsu, which is basically how not to summon a demon lord. This one is the second season. Oh, I forgot that there's a Omega there. Anyhow, the main point is I saw the first season. It's a trashy isekai show that I also enjoyed, so yeah, I'm watching the second season. Next, we do have a spin-off known as Tensura Nikki Tensei Shitara Slime Data Ken, which is basically Slime Reincarnation, but the diary version. So basically it's going to show more of the lifestyle around Tempest, and I'm definitely going to enjoy that, mostly because, well, I enjoyed the original series, and I think that there is a lot of comedy in the anime, and they're really funny too. They got some solid punchlines, so seeing more about Tempest is going to be something that I will enjoy. Next up, we do have Fumetsu no Anata, which is To Yours Internally. This is basically about a mysterious... Actually, wait a minute. IT mysterious alien. That sounds like E.T., right? Yeah. You mean like this guy? Anyhow, so the basic premise is that you got this... So the basic premise is that you have this Saphir mode thing that looks like... I don't know what it is, but it is an alien, and then it came to Earth. It turned into a rock, then it turned into moss, then it turned into a wolf, and then it turned into human. And then after it acquired a human body, then it went on this journey to discover whatever its life, existence, grand story. You know, the usual thing that you would do when you go on a journey. So personally, I do think that this is something that I will enjoy and definitely will watch. So that is a yes for me. So Zombie Saga, I still haven't really finished the first season. I haven't even finished the third episode of it because I'm not really into music, much less rock animes. So that is something that I definitely will leave on the table. Shaman King 2021. This is a highly anticipated remake, and I am definitely watching. I have heard about Shaman King for a long time. I've also been wanting to watch Shaman King, but it's been on the back burner for so long. So this is something that I definitely will be watching when it airs. Now we got Fruits Basket. I still haven't watched the original Fruit Basket, so that's on the table. There's also Marimashita Iruma-kun, which is also known as Welcome to the Demon Academy Iruma-kun. This one, I still haven't finished the first season. I am on episode 1, I believe. So that's on the table as well for now. Maybe for the future, I might be able to finish it. So for the next anime that on the list, I am not going to pronounce it in Japanese because it is long, and I am going to sound like I'm butchering it because I read it so slowly. But it is I Shaved and Then I Brought a High School Girl Home next day or next morning. I don't remember what the exact title is, but it is something that I think is... I'm on the fence about, basically. The synopsis is that a guy gets rejected, he goes home, he finds this girl on the sidewalk. The girl's a literal stowaway, runaway, someone who basically ran away from home. And he brings her home and then makes her do chores just to allow her to stay at his place. This is something that I don't know much about in terms of if I would watch it or not, because it is drama and romance, and those are not exactly my favorite genres, but I might give it a go. Episode 1 or 2, see how it goes. Next up, we do have the second season of Nomad Megalo Box 2. I haven't seen the original Megalo Box, so unfortunately I will be dropping it and putting it on the table. I believe that it is one of the best animes out there, well, one of the better ones in terms of some people's opinions, and one of my friends did say that it is really good, so I might go and watch it eventually, but we'll see. Next up, we do have Slime 倒して300年知らないうちにレベルマックスになってました. Wow, that was a handful. That was a mouthful. Oh my god. Well, basically what that is that I defeated slimes for 300 years. I eventually maxed out my level. And, well, that's basically it. It's another light novel that just got an anime adaptation. It's about a girl who got reincarnated after she died from overwork. And, well, isekai show, so you gotta die somewhere, right? And then afterwards, then she didn't want to get overworked again, so she basically kept destroying slimes. But eventually, if you keep destroying slimes, you will level up, and she maxed out. But in fear that she might get challenged because of her power, then she tried to hide in her power. It's a trash isekai show, basically. And to be honest, one, I might give it a go because I like trashy isekai shows. Next up, we do have Eden's Zero, the first anime on the list from a popular mangaka who has made a new one, basically. This one is made by the original author of Fairy Tail, and it is something that I'm gonna say, why does it look like Fairy Tail? Like, literally, you got Lucy, who apparently you can call her whatever you want, but she looks like Lucy, okay? Doesn't matter. Tell me that this person and this person looks different? Hell no. You even got the cat who looks like Happy, and then the kid looks like Gray, who has a side of Natsu.
Fusion! Ha!
Whoa, it worked!
But, you know, it's, I don't know. It looks like basically Fairy Tail, but with a different name. This is something I think I will be watching. I did enjoy Fairy Tail. Some people say that, oh, Fairy Tail is such a trash show. I wouldn't say it's trash. I would say it's pretty good. So, I'm definitely going to watch it and give it a go. Next up, we do have Tokyo Revengers. This one is very interesting to me. So, basic synopsis breakdown is that you got this kid, he lost his girlfriend, he lost everything, everything's just going down like a slope, and then suddenly his ex dies because of this group, this gang called the Tokyo Menji Group, or gang. And basically, he just thought that everything was ruined. But then suddenly he was able to time travel back 2 years to when they were still together, and basically he affiliated the gang just so that he can, you know, kind of try to save the girl. And he does this by climbing up the ladder. This is something that I think is really interesting, really cool, so I'm definitely going to give it a go, see how it goes. Next up, we do have Yukoku no Moriarty. Moriarty? Anyhow, next up, we do have Yukoku no Moriarty, or Moriarty the Patriot second season. I have not watched this first season, nor have I heard about the first season, so I am not watching that. Yep. Next up, we have... I keep saying next up for some reason. Alright, for our first harem anime, we got Osanajimi ga Zettai ni Makenai Love Comedy, or also known as the love comedy where the childhood friend does not lose. Which, you know, it happens a lot in animes. You got the childhood girl who always loses to the new senpai, the whoever comes into the guy's life. And as a harem anime, I don't want to touch it. I wouldn't say I hate, but I'm not a big fan of harem animes in general, so especially if it's paired up with romance and drama-esque animes, I probably won't touch it. So next up we do have 86. This title actually is derived from the fact that there is this thing called the non-existent 86th sector, and it's like literally mechas, basically, unmanned drones, whatever, and more war stuff. I think it is really cool. I might give it a go for episode 1 and 2. I'm not the biggest fan of mecha stuff, so we'll see how it goes, what it does with the mecha element. If it's like a big thing like Gundams, I might not finish it. Like, to everybody who likes Gundams, I'm sorry, but it's just not my thing. Next up, we have SSSS Dyna Zenon. I'm not even sure what that is, but there's no synopsis yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that one, but it's there. Next up, we do have Centoi Haken Shimasu. So this is basically also known as combatants. You will be dispatched. So basically, this is about gang versus gang. You got one gang to dominate the world, basically. So it's just a gang fight. That's literally it. I think it is something really cool, so I will give it a go. Next up, we do have Koi to Yobu ni wa Kimochi Warui. Now, this one is a comedy, a romance. So I'm probably not going to watch it. It is a pretty interesting synopsis, but to be honest, it's still not within my realm of genres that I usually watch. Anyhow, we do have Mars Red. Now this one is something that I think is pretty cool. It is basically human versus vampires, and you know, I like vampires. I enjoy vampires a lot, especially in animes. So I'm definitely going to give this one a go. So the next one, we do have Subarashiki Kono Sekai, the animation, also known as The World Ends With You, the animation. This anime, actually the art style reminds me a lot of Blaze Blue. So if you look here, it's like, oh, it kind of has similarities in terms of the art style. And also, for the story synopsis, it kind of has a Darwin's Game style. So it's like, you only got 7 days, duke it out, you gotta kill people, basically. You have no choice. So that is something that I think is really cool and interesting. I will definitely give it a go. I've never heard of the original game. I think I might have seen it before, but I'm not sure. So it's definitely a watch for me. Next up, we do have our first sports anime of the season, Shakunatsu Kabari. I don't know if I even pronounced that right, but it is soccer and it's sports, so I'm not going to watch it. I usually don't watch sports anime unless it is basketball related. That's usually how it goes for me. Next up, we do have Shadow's Home. This one is kind of a weird one. I'm not sure if I will go for it or not, because it is something that, from the synopsis alone, it is kind of 50-50. I'm not sure how I will want to go about it. So basically, it is about these mistresses, these guys, these nobles, and then they got shadows who's living their own life as well. So basically, it's just like two different worlds. I might give it a go for episode 1 or 2. We'll see. It is something that seems really interesting, but it's also something I'm like, iffy about. So finally, we do have Goku Fushido. This is the last anime that caught my eye. The Way of the House Husband. I have I purchased the first manga volume. It has yet to arrive, but I am looking forward to this one, and I think it is very funny. And well, from the brief videos I saw and manga panels that I totally did not cheat to look into, but it is. Anyhow, that is my list for the 2021 spring season lineup. What I'm feeling, what I'm not. I originally had a mid-season for winter 21, kind of clean up, kind of what I've been watching, video review, popping up like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. But unfortunately, my previous project did take a priority, and you know, having an end season review isn't that bad. So when it drops, please do give it all of your support. I will be remodeling the script and then saying, hey, what did I watch and how I feel about each of the animes I did finish. when the season do end. And that's it for this video. If you guys did like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys will be watching in the next season. Until next time, never stop living.